Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to Panhandle Outdoors, the 4,000th viewing of show of Panhandle Outdoors. We're so glad you're here. It's an exciting day for us. We're going to talk about it a lot, but I want to thank my decorating team of Chester and Chester, mainly Gail Chester, for coming in last night and decorating the set. So she's like that, and she likes to do stuff like that, so I appreciate it, honey. Let's get started with our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard out there in Southport, got a company out there and working hard to cool us down because it is hot. It's 89 here on the coast. It's going to be like 93 inland. And the low's only going to be down to 69, right at 70 will be the low. Water temperature is 81.3. It went up another half a degree yesterday. This last week has been boom just like that. It's going up like 3 or 4 degrees in 2 weeks. All right, our river reading brought to us by Mountain Dew. On the outdoors of Mountain Dew. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown at a 5.7. Folks, it's getting right. Now, I've had a good trip. I'm going to talk about it next week. I had a good fishing trip on the river with a good friend of mine, Carl Andrews, and we had a superb fishing trip. And I'll show you pictures and all, but it was fun. And because the river's getting right. Choctawhatchee River is reading right now at a 4.9. It's good and level for the weekend. It's right over there in Choctawhatchee. I've got Mike Edwards sent me some pictures of he's catching them on the flies. On the fishing report today, we're going to talk about catching some fish. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. High at 10:32 this morning, low at 10:05. Good, strong tides. It's going to be aided by a southwest wind of double digits again, coming in at 14. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's talk a little bit about the show. I want to give you a little bit of the history on the show. Of course, it started out, the morning outdoor show started out years ago with Red Holland. He became a legend doing it in South Alabama and Northwest Florida. He did it for a very long time after Red did it. Jim Wilson did a weekly show, and some other folks were working on some on a short basis. And then Howell Tackle put together a little show here on Fox 28. And Scott Lindsay hosted it some, and then I don't know how long it lasted. It was a short period of time, and then Captain Roy had a chance to come in and do it, and he called me and asked if I would do it with him, and we started a show called Panhandle Outdoors with Captain Roy and the coach in January of '06, and Captain Roy and I did it together for a couple of years, and then it became Captain Roy started doing a weekly show, and I stayed with this show. It became Panhandle Outdoors Winston Chester. So that's the involvement of this show. So that's how we figured. You saw how I did 4,000 shows. I have so much to be thankful for. I want to thank. I can't go any further without thanking folks. I want to first of all thank God for giving us the opportunity to do this and to live in a place like this and have such a great situation here to do it. So and giving me the health to do it and the will and desire to do it because I love doing it. There's so many other people. I want to want to thank the guy back there behind the camera, Jeff Peck. Jeff is just, I call him Mr. Consistency. He is here every day. He shows up. He does the work and all this stuff, all coming in off and on and all and doing stuff on his own and he's been amazing. He's always here. Even when I'm out of town or something on one of my trips, Jeff's still back there behind the camera producing the show. And he's just a remarkable talent, and I appreciate him very, very much. And then, of course, Gail, and I think you've heard me talk about it over the years and all. I just couldn't do it without her. As simple as that. The main thing she does on this show, she puts my outline together every night, and I fill it in. Sometimes it takes me a while, but she edits a lot. All this video you get, she edits, and that is so time-consuming, especially. It's just hard to do, especially with my camera work. Oh, look over there. Oh, we caught one over here. And I still get excited about that stuff. And she's told me numerous times, don't move it so fast. And I try to slow it down, but I still get excited. So she does hours. Each video that you see on Panhandle Outdoors, Gail Chester does hours of editing. And I couldn't do it. And so I couldn't do the show without Jeff Peck and Gail Chester. It's as simple as that. There wouldn't be a Panhandle Outdoors. I want to thank our Panhandle Outdoors team, Bill and Bill Allen have been so loyal for all these years. I started looking at old stuff, and Bill has been with us a long time, and Greg Brudnicki, and they come on and do a great job. I gotta give a shout out to Stan and Ken. They're always dependable and always have some interesting stuff coming on. A cousin up there in Sneeze in Jackson County, Billy Grantham, always comes on with something refreshing and entertaining, and I appreciate them. Mandy was on yesterday, and she'll be back and forth. And now we're in Studio B. That's not far from her house in Southport. And of course, then Billy Grantham over there in South Walton, Travis running the store. All this is part of the Panhandle Outdoors team. And then I want to thank Fox 28, the TV station here. We've had a couple of different owners, but this station has been steady as a rock as far as their support of Panhandle Outdoors. Good folks here, and I appreciate all of them, Sean and Donna's. And they just do a great support job. And then, of course, the advertisers. We couldn't do it without the advertisers. And so many of them been with us for day one. And some come and go and come back. And they've had some remarkable success stories on here. So I appreciate them. And certainly, we got to give a shout out to the viewers. The most loyal viewers in TV Kingdom is the Panhandle Outdoors viewers. I get so much satisfaction and so much feedback from y'all. It just really means a lot to me. So let's go ahead, and I just appreciate all of us. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back with one of our old videos. So let's take a break and we'll come right back. I was talking about how good my producer is. Jeff Peck said I mentioned Billy Grantham in South Walton. I meant Victor Hathcote in South Walton. Okay. All right, look, I started looking through all this stuff and all last night. I got tickled. I mean, I've been looking for about 3 or 4 or 5 days. First thing I want to show you is how I always, I try to be frugal, and this was wearing out, so I put duct tape on this is my showcase right here, but I always teach my kids to be frugal. Okay, real quick, I just picked this one out. I have so many. I have hundreds and hundreds of DVDs upstairs by years and all. I got tons of them. I just picked this one out because it's sort of special. It's when Whitney was a little girl. She's catching her first redfish, and we're with Stan Cooper and George. A little 10-minute video. We're going to watch this video, and after the video, we're going to come back and do our drawing and go ahead and get our fishing report in. So let's go ahead and, Jeff, let's roll this old video. We got a good trip lined up again with Captain Stan Cooper in Georgia, and I'm taking my daughter and my granddaughter, Whitney and Wendy. Okay, and we're going to try to go. Stan, tell us what we're going to do today.
We're going to try to catch one on top water.
Top water for red fishing.
Red fishing, big trout, redfish.
George, you gonna let someone else catch some more?
She might.
George is always catching them. Are you excited, Whitney? You gonna try to catch one too?
Mm-hmm.
What about it, Wendy?
Yep, I'm
You
gonna
ready?
try.
All right, we're gonna go after them. George is hooked up.
This is the way they've been fed lately.
Keep running, George.
They just don't want to. See way out there. See where the water's flowing.
Stay out there. Folks, there's a school of redfish right here.
I saw that nervous water over there.
Yeah.
Top of the boat. See that right out there?
George, you getting ready? Stand.
He's going under.
Oh man, look at that fish.
It's huge. That is huge.
That is a beautiful thing.
Oh my.
Wow. All right. Good fish there, Georgia.
That is awesome. Thank you.
Good job, Georgia.
Georgia said he was pulling us around, right?
Yeah.
Stan's got a 21-foot boat, and Georgia said it's a 22-foot redfish, I think.
It felt like it. Look at that, Whitney.
That is huge.
That's a big mama there.
That is a nice one. That's
Top water,
tsunami top water. Good job, Georgia.
Chartreuse is a good color.
We're going to bring out Stan's famous.
Seen one out there.
Stan invented this now. This is cool.
Gonna be a little too long. 27 and a half.
About it's 27 and a half, about a ½ inch too long, so we're going to let them go. Nice fish. Beautiful redfish. gonna let them go. We're gonna catch them again tomorrow. All right. Good job.
That thing's huge.
That was fun. And what this does is reel in the slack. Pull up on it, pull up on the rope, on the line, and then reel down. Pull up. Don't point the rod from there. Make sure you keep that. Yeah.
All right.
So just don't point the rod out again.
I hope it's big enough. Whoever catches it, they get to keep it if it's big enough.
How we doing over here? Ooh, there he is. Be careful with it, though.
That's
Let
red.
him run. George, you're doing a good job coaching.
I want him in the boat. This is hard for me to just let him swim around.
You got-
A lot of people make that mistake.
That's right. A lot of people make that
You don't
mistake.
want to go the fish fry, I can tell you that. Right?
Be patient.
Goodness gracious.
Okay.
All right, here you go. All right. Yeah.
Wendy did it.
Good
Skinny.
job.
Oh, that was fun. That's the best eating size right there.
That is a perfect size redfish.
Why don't we eat that one, Mommy?
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we keep
Thank
it?
you, Georgia. That was fun. You're welcome.
Yeah, we got to get a picture of that one. Wendy's first redfish.
Yay!
Wendy, how'd that feel?
That was fun. That was fun.
Yay,
They're strong, aren't
Mommy.
they?
They're
Strong.
very strong.
Strong fish.
Yeah, it takes a lot of patience.
Caught it on a gup.
Perfect.
My gup.
That was
Okay.
fun.
You want
wanna-
to get in?
Whitney, are you proud of your mom?
Mama went out and caught supper. When it gets like that close to the boat, go ahead and reel it in.
Yes, reel it in, Granddaddy. Reel it in fast.
Saw him at schools right out here in front of the boat.
Reel it in. Is it a redfish?
Yeah, that's good.
I saw it at school, and just time I saw it, look at there, look at it bowling up right there, y'all. See that stand?
No.
There's 3 or 4 right out here in front of me. Right at the end of my line, about 3 of them came up. See the orange over there?
Yeah.
He's going down the intercoastal right now.
You have got an Alabama fishing license, man.
Beautiful. That one's like Mommy's.
All right, Ed. Keep coming, keep coming. Yeah!
All right, Winston.
Granddaddy's first fish. He's been waiting for 2 hours to catch one.
We're not supposed to say all that on camera.
It's about time, Granddad.
We're not supposed to say all that on camera.
That's funny.
That is a fighting fish now. All right.
Yay!
Folks, I catch a lot. I really do catch a lot of fish. Pompano fight really good and all that, but there's nothing like catching redfish. I really believe this is the best fighting fish there is out here. And we caught it on a stand. What we catch it on?
That's a redfish magic.
Redfish magic. Captain Stan Cooper. That's one of your favorite baits.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
Like a long beetle spin.
Yeah, really, folks. A lot of y'all at my age and all, as teenagers, we used to fish with these little beetle spins. Same principle as those little beetle spins. Really spinning through there. I saw it at school about 2 seconds after I started school. This one hit it. Okay. All right, folks. We have hooked up, standing on top of this tower. We actually saw 2 redfish come by, stand a little underhand toss, and it was beautiful. I wish I had the camera on when it happened. He did a little underhand toss and hit right in front of one of them, and he took it and took off. That's what we have on right now. One that Stan hooked up. Georgia's controlling it. She's going to help Whitney a little bit. That was awesome, folks. There was a pair of them swimming right by, and I bet they wasn't. Stan, how far out of the boat were they? How far off were they?
Probably wasn't 20 feet off the front. This water's a little bit cloudy right now. You can sneak right up on them. If you know what you're looking
Yeah. And what you tossed at them?
Go up on a 1/8 ounce jig head.
All right. Right in front is a perfect toss, folks, and that redfish took off after it. And
Stand on one side where we can film her a little bit. There you go.
Pull hard, does it, Whitney? Now reel.
There you go, buddy.
Stop. And pull up on
all right. This is what we're talking about taking.
side for her to
Ooh, right there. There's a fish right there, folks. There it is, right there. This is what it's all about.
Uh-oh, she got it.
Right there, quick, underneath it. Bring it up. Oh, yeah!
You got your fish, baby.
Great job, Whitney. Okay.
I'm so proud of
Well, man, we're going to bring out the cameras now. Whitney, tell me about it. How was it?
It was hard to pull, but it was fun.
It was fun. Well, is this your first redfish? Yes.
Well, yeah.
Well, what's your secret to catching a redfish?
Miss Georgia.
Miss George is your secret. All right, folks. That's what it's all about right there. Great job, Whitney. Show it to me. Let me see it, Whitney. Great job. What do you tell Captain Stan?
Thank you.
Anytime.
awesome again, isn't it? You want to catch another one?
All right, folks, we're wrapping up a really fun trip, and as always, you go out with Stan Cooper and Georgia, you usually have a good time, but it was a special trip because Whitney got to catch her first redfish, right, Whitney? Are you tired, honey? we all caught fish, and Stan, I want to thank you again. And
Sure thing.
It was fun.
Real fun.
Georgia just is such a good coach. He helped Whitney get that redfish in, and it's just natural with it. And I see
Caught one too.
Wendy caught a redfish. Short water charters, saying that you just always put us on fish.
Try my best. I enjoy watching people catch them.
We did today. We had a good time again. We've only been out 3 or 4 hours. Everybody's happy and tired.
Had fun.
All right, welcome back. Can you believe that Whitney was little, now she's 20 years old? It's hard to believe. That's a great testimony of how fast kids grow up. Hope you enjoyed it. Got a bunch more to show you throughout the course of the year. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, and they've been a great sponsor since day one. 150 to 350 this morning, 222 to 422 this afternoon. Let's get ready for our drawings. Add some names real quick. All the way from Ebro, we're coming in here with Lisa Ward and Greg Ward from Ebro. Now, you're going to see me shake them up, and a special shout out to Los Angeles and Tarpon Dock for all they've done on these Friday giveaways. Okay, here we go. From Tarpon Docks, Los Angeles first. All right, here we go real quick. Los Angeles from Alpha, Martha Williams, $25. Also, the second one is all the way from Wendy Hughes. I don't know where Wendy's from. All right, $20 to Tarpon Dock Seafood, all the way in Panama City Beach. Debbie Harris, and a big red snapper. Snapper season starting next week. And all the way from Ball Point, Florida, Lori Mercado on a big red snapper. Congratulations. Let's jump on our fishing report. I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to get it in on our 4,000 show because it's been a very vital part of all of our shows, informing you on what's going on in the fishing world. I get so much input. I call a lot of people. A lot of people called me and text me. Technology is amazingly helpful. The pier. They're catching redfish at night off the pier, some good redfish later on in the evening, early night. and they're catching during the daytime. The big fish they're catching, the main fish they're catching, is the lady fish, the poor man's tarpon. So you want to have a kid have a great time, go fishing daytime and catch some of those. Near shore, right offshore there, they're starting to catch some kings, a few kings, and a bunch of them coming in. Inshore, you saw the redfish tournament last week. A lot of redfish are being caught this past week. It's been really good. Flounder, you saw some of the video with flounder. Joe Eddie also sent me one where he's got in some manatees, as far as video on some manatees that are nice. Some good video. I'll show you that next week. Freshwater, I gotta say 3 words, off the charts. Freshwater fishing is great right now. The word has gotten out. They're biting. They're biting down the river, and I'm a witness to that. And like I say, we had a great trip this week, and I've enjoyed it. And I just want to tell you, last week I talked about the feeder creeks. Well, even at the feeder creeks now, they've gotten out in there into the Chipola and Black Creek and those areas there. If you find some eddy water, find out where they're bedding, and you can catch a lot of fish. And just keep the ones you're going to eat. And we caught I think 37 and let about 20 something go. So we want to encourage you to do that. So freshwater fishing, Carabel, Teloja Creek. This weekend, all next week's going to be good. I hope you had a chance to see that full moon Wednesday night. It was just spectacular, and that was that May full moon we've always talked about. And I'm going to close saying this. It's been a great ride on these 4,000 shows. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a very enjoyable time. God only knows what we have ahead of us. We don't know the future. We're going to keep plugging away. We appreciate the support. We might do 4,010 shows or 5,090. We don't know. We're just going to keep doing what we think's right, and where God leads us to go. So again, we want to thank y'all for all this loyal viewership you've done. We want to thank my staff, my team here, and we just appreciate y'all and want y'all to have a good weekend. As always, enjoy the great, beautiful Panhandle Outdoors, and do something good today for a friend of yours or somebody you don't even know. You have a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.